Good morning. We are ready to leave this anchorage. So this morning I made sure I did a really good check on the engines, make sure everything is all good, and it seems to be fine. Lauren and I are arguing at the moment. Now would be the time to just comment that sailing's not always sunshine and rainbows and nice winds and snorkeling on the reef. It's actually quite hard a lot of the time, and it takes a toll on a marriage and a relationship. But long story short, we've been on the boat for a while without having some land time, and we kind of get at each other, just making comments at each other, like blaming the other person for certain things. So we're kind of just, we need some land time, get off the boat, and Sabana Cove Marina is probably going to be that spot. See how we go. We might go to Anabas, we might not, depends on. I want to get some local knowledge on getting back from there to try get back to Sabana to leave the boat there, and we'll go from there. So I put in there video that it's not always a great time, and it's terrible. This island here is Singapore. And this is the Singapore Strait. The busy Singapore Strait. Look at an aerial view of the Singapore Strait. There's so many boats. Some really big currents here. There's like white water up here, and there's like eddies, heaps of eddies around. It looks calm, like right here, but then there's this big wall of water up here. Hopefully it's going to be in our favour. Not so sure about that. Yep, there it is. You can see it. It's like a big white. I'm trying to avoid it, trying to go to the left. I'm not 100% sure what it is. Maybe I'll go even more to the left. The sail might flap, but at least we're avoiding it. Look at this. Here. I think there's like a shallow, there's like a 2-meter patch on the chart, and maybe the current's hitting that, creating all this white water. Look at it. Boat's getting moved around. 5.6 through the water. 3.2. Oh no. It is against us. Quite frustrating because we need to get there, and these things kind of get to you sometimes. So yeah, hopefully we can, this current will swing around and be in our favour, because we're not going to get there in time if we keep going at this speed. There's a lot of boats on the LIS at the moment. that actually scroll down, and every 2 seconds collision alarm, but these guys are anchored, so they're not moving. Just amazes me how many boats are around, you know. So Lauren's getting our quarantine and our Malaysian flag ready, and we're going to put our Australian flag on the stern as well, because we took it off because it was actually falling off. So alright, the Aussie flag's back. Oh. I just put the Aussie flag on upside down. It's come time to take down the Indonesian courtesy flag. We're putting up the Malaysian courtesy flag with the quarantine flag also, as we are checking into Malaysia today. We got that guy over there. It's hard to see on the GoPro because it's wide angle, but he's pretty close for a bloody cargo ship. They're not little vessels that we're trying to avoid, they're big bastards, so let's see what this wave's going to be like from behind him. So here's all the boats that are like, they're all anchored up. You see them when you're flying in and out of Singapore. Straight ahead, we're going to end up in a little river system like last time and go up the river and be in the Marina soon.
I can change, I can change, I can change, I can change. I can change, I can change, I can change. If it helps you fall in love.
So we are about half an hour away from Sabana Cove Marina, and we're just coming up through the river now. It's very mangrovey, a little bit dirty, and there's like a little kind of industrial looking boatyards type things along the side. A few fish farms. The crossing across the Singapore Strait was not as hectic as I envisaged. Maybe because it's windy. It was windy at the time, and so like the big waves that came from behind the boats with the wake, they weren't as crazy as I was expecting. And it's going to be weird being in a marina. Like
It's going to be really weird, eh?
a proper marina, because Madana Bay wasn't a marina, it was a bay with moorings. So they can't really call themselves a marina, but they did.
Coming in here on a different boat. We had a completely different passage. Took a lot longer to get here, and we took
took our time and had a lot more wind than when me and CB came through here. There's this random little fishing farm. There's a sailboat tied up to it.
So Jill's just up the front getting all the lines ready, getting all the fenders out. Something again we haven't done in so long. A couple of times we went alongside in the Donovan Lombok, but not seriously. So it's been a year since we've manoeuvred the boat into a tight space such as a marina surrounded by other boats and concrete pontoons, and so it'll be a little bit nerve-wracking doing that. And we're going to try and reverse in because it's easier to get on and off of the boat on the back steps. So we'll see how that goes. It'll be good to be a little bit westernised for a short while before we head out to Anambas because it's pretty remote out there, so stock up on the butter.
I'm going to show you the bow with flat water. Look at that. Look at how smooth she's slicking through.
There's a place I go to when no one knows me. Yeah, it's not lonely, it's a necessary thing. It's a place I made up to find out what I made of. The nights I stay up counting stars and fall asleep. So let it wash over me, ready to lose my feet. Take me on to the place where one refused life's mystery. Steady on down the line, lose every sense of time. Take it all in and wake up that small part of me. Day to day, now I'm blind to see, to find how far to go. Everybody got their reason, everybody got the way. We just catch it and release it, what built up throughout the day. And it goes into your body, and it flows right through your blood. We can tell each other secrets and remember how to love. A la da dum da dum dum dum, da da dum, da da dum, da da dum da dum dum dum, da da dum, da da dum. There's a place I'm going when no one knows me. If I breathe real slowly, let it out and let it in. It can be terrifying to be slowly dying, also clarifying the end where we begin. So let it wash over me, ready to lose my feet.
So this morning has been terrible. I got a migraine this morning at about 4 o'clock. I woke up with a migraine. Getting more and more lately. Lucky I had a drug that just completely almost knocks me out, because I would have had a pretty shit time. And Lauren's laptop that she edits all these beautiful videos on decided to not turn back on.
It's been doing it for a while.
It's been doing it for a while, but she's always been able to figure it out and turn it back on, but
Do some forced restart, but I can't do
some
it.
forced restart or something, but now it's not turning back on, is it? But we're at the Marina now, and it is very hot here.
Oh, sorry.
Very still and hot, and we checked in yesterday afternoon and we just took the first berth that was in front of us pretty much.
Hello. So my laptop has actually decided to not play the game. Kind of ever since I got it, it's always had audio issues and driver issues, and like every time I put the headphones in there's like an issue and it wants to like play over the speakers, and it's always have to be updating. And then sometimes Premiere Pro, which is our editing program, has some issues, and it's just like kind of a constant troubleshooting thing for me. And about 3 weeks ago it got stuck in this restart loop, I couldn't do anything for more than 5 minutes before it would restart and everything was lost. And then I was able to contact Microsoft, and they told me to update completely, like, you know, update the latest Windows and blah blah blah, which I did. And then since then, it hasn't really been fine. I've still had to kind of redo all the audio stuff. It's 7 months old. It is a Surface Book 2. So I just realised I haven't actually had a bite of this. Anyway. So, what I did was, I had it plugged in all day. I'm kind of like, keep trying to do the restart. Hold on. So, I'm like, okay, well, we're close-ish to Singapore. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe I'll be able to take it into a walk-in Microsoft store. No, there isn't any walk-in stores. The only walk-in store for all of the Asia Pacific area is in Sydney, Australia. And you know what? There's a Patreon episode due, and I was like putting the finishing touches on it. And I obviously don't work off I edit off the hard drive, but the actual program or the, you know, unfinished files just from my kind of desktop or from the program itself. So it's on there, and it's like, you know, waiting review. So I have to start from scratch the whole episode, and editing an episode takes me like 10 hours minimum. So now I'm gonna have to jump on Dylan's laptop and just start from scratch completely. It's so hot in this marina, and then this morning Dylan had a migraine, so I woke up with a headache. My eye, can you see this? My eye's twitching, which in the past I would have said is magnesium deficiency, which it probably still is, but I think it's just because we're hot, tired, stressed. All the things that go with living on a boat. We're in a marina, it's calm, we're not rolling around, so that's a positive. They don't even repair these Surface Book 2s, says the internet, and says old mate on the phone. They legit just replace them completely. They just like send it back, and it must be a thing that happens. Well, it is. It's a thing that happens because I googled it, and everyone's like, my Surface Book 2 won't turn on. It's like, me too. Anyway, so now we have to stay longer in this marina because I've now like Microsoft have submitted a courier to pick it up, take it to some depot in Malaysia, and they're basically gonna be like, yeah, it's cactus. And yeah, oh my god, it's so annoying. Technology. And like another thing, this GoPro that I'm filming on gets hot all the time and pauses and freezes when we have to pull the battery out and restart it. Like, and all of our technology is just like constantly having issues. So yeah, it's really inconvenient having technology break down on you when you're traveling full stop. So if you're just traveling for a couple of weeks, no worries, you just deal with it and it sucks and you get back and you get it fixed. But like when you rely on this stuff for whatever you're doing, and for us that's trying our absolute hardest to run a YouTube channel, it's very inconvenient. Like that is our livelihood on that computer. So what I've got now is I've got it plugged into power, and I'm just going to charge it for ages, and I am praying that I'll be able to turn it on, whack a hard drive in, grab everything that's on there off, and yeah, just send it away because I'm over it. So that's what's going on. Yeah, like I said, at least we're in Marina, and it's still, at least we're plugged into shore power because it's overcast, and we'd be worrying about the solar panels if we weren't plugged into shore power. And we didn't get to go to the market, so we have no food, and the Marina restaurant's expensive, and we can't just be spending money at the Marina restaurant. And that's my rant over. Okay, bye. Thanks for watching another episode of Sailing Blue Moon. We know this wasn't a happy-go-lucky, fun and positive episode, because the truth is living aboard a sailboat full-time and in other countries comes with a multitude of stresses. Don't get us wrong, we are grateful and appreciative for the opportunity to pursue our passion, but we also think it's extremely important to be transparent and real, particularly when we choose to share our lives in such a public space. It would be false and misleading to pretend that we don't have bad days too. Next week, it's time for some boat jobs in Dodgy Dill's DIY. See you then. Sailing Blue Moon videos are made possible by our patrons and viewers just like you. If you'd like to support our content creation while receiving perks in return, you might consider becoming a patron. or maybe you'd just like to buy us a beer or donate to the Sailing Kitty via PayPal. Every little bit counts, and we'll be sure to give a shout out.
If you enjoy our content, you can help us out by liking this video and subscribing if you haven't already. Don't forget to click the bell to the right to be notified of new episodes. We'd also love to hear from you, the viewer, so hit us up in the comments below.
And lastly, you can follow us in real time on Instagram and Facebook. As always, thanks for watching, Blue Moonies.